Good Thursday evening, West Michigan. We're closing in on the weekend. Of course, we had a wintry mix overnight into the early hours of today, and now we're replacing those impacts with a pickup of the wind. First things first, the freezing rain overnight. It accumulated on the order of a few hundredths of an inch of ice, and that was enough to cause some icy roads this morning, but as expected, no major ice storm. Impacts were short-lived, confined to this morning, but again, we have replaced that with the wind. It has really picked up this afternoon. Our 13 weather ball, it is solid blue with cooler temperatures in view. The wind right now sustained out of the west-southwest, about 15 to 25 miles per hour, and gusts now are in that 30 to 40 mile per hour range. Live look here out of Grand Haven. Yeah, the setting sun in about 15 minutes or so, but you can see those waves crashing on the edge of the ice shelf there. Kind of a cool view there out of our beach camera in Grand Haven. But the wind, that's really the storyline through this evening. Wind advisory in play through just a little bit after midnight tonight for all of our lakeshore counties, and then even now for much of our inland communities, with wind gusts at the very least upwards of 45 miles per hour. But I do think those at the lakeshore will see wind gusts upwards of 50 to even 55 miles per hour. So we'll have to keep an eye on the potential for some sporadic power outages through this evening because of the strong winds over the next several hours. Now, after midnight, we'll start to see the wind diminish to the point where it's very manageable tomorrow during the daytime hours. Wind gusts tomorrow topping out at about 20 miles per hour. All of this due to low pressure to our north. We have a secondary cold front sweeping into the Great Lakes region. That's allowing for this uptick in the wind. In due time, however, high pressure will build in later tonight into tomorrow, and that's what's going to lead to a quiet Friday. But notice numbers right now in the 30s, not too bad temperature-wise, but we do have that cooler air mass to our north and west that will sweep in. That means temperatures tonight will mostly fall into the teens, and tomorrow we only settle in the middle 20s, so a bit below average at this point of February. Our focus really turns to Saturday's system. Of course, we've been talking about it now for a day or two, the potential for some winter impacts. The latest trend with Saturday's system is that it does appear it's lost a little bit of its luster for some of us here at home. So again, Friday's a quiet day, but what we were thinking is that we were going to see what we call phasing of two systems, a system to our north, a system to our south, converging together, and that would allow that swath of snow across all of West Michigan. It's appearing, at least from the recent trend from the model guidance, is that these two systems will remain separate of each other, and that loses, again, some of the moisture and lift needed to allow for a widespread swath of snow. So our thinking right now is Saturday morning we'll see some snow sneak in north of I-96, and most of the snow may end up just remaining north of I-96 towards US 10 into northern lower Michigan, meaning there might be a solid swath of us here at home that sees very little in the way of snow or any winter precipitation before it's all out of here Sunday morning. So our thinking right now is that north of a Whitehall, Fremont, Howard City line to the north, that's the best opportunity for 3 to 6 inches of snow. We have a little bit of a buffer zone just near and north of I-96 of 1 to 3 inches of snow, and then southward of I-96, little to no snow at this point of the forecast. We'll keep an eye on it. Still got 36 hours to go, but it does appear most of the impacts will be well north of I-96. Temperatures tonight falling into the teens, very windy. The wind will be out of the west-northwest, turning to the west-northwest as tonight goes on. And again, gusts this evening will be in excess of 50 miles per hour at the lakeshore. 13 on your side, 7-day forecast. After Saturday's system, we have a quiet Sunday, and most of next week looking quiet. Temperatures remaining slightly cooler than average. Daytime highs mostly in the 20s.